Hi. This is not a knitting video, but I still live in my childhood bedroom, so let's revamp it. First up, I have this little nook where I store a lot of junk, so definitely want to find a solution for that. And then I have this giant wall, which is the main focus of this video, across from my bed. I want to turn it into a gallery wall. I did some sketching, but it turned out a lot differently, and I'm very happy with it. I want to remove these stickers that I have up, and then for the rest of my room makeover, you'll have to check that out in a follow-on video. But to get started, I definitely had to change out this bright white light into a warmer tone. Another quick fix was getting this laundry hamper from Costco. It fit all my yarn perfectly and was an amazing fit for this little nook area, so I'm very happy with that. I also had a lot of holes in my wall and a bunch of dents everywhere, so I wanted to clean that up with some paint and some spackle. But first I started by removing the stickers. Then I went in with some spackle and I pasted that over everything. And obviously then I sanded it down, making sure to wear a mask, of course, to make it all smooth and perfect. And that's where I left it for months. I haven't gone back in and to fix this up, but I'll definitely do that in a follow-on video for sure. But next up was obviously the most important piece of this video. I had to add a sign for my attic light switch. So I wanted to make it a more stylized cottagecore type of A, but I didn't like how this turned out in the end. So I took this little piece of scrap paper I've been hoarding and I got to drawing. I went for like a more cursive design initially, but it just wasn't working. I stuck through it. I didn't like it in the end though, so I changed it up afterwards. You'll see maybe in the follow-ons. So here I'm just cutting it out, a square, and actually I repurposed the little leftover piece for the new version, but this is how the initial version turned out. But finally, we've arrived at the main focus of this video, which is my blank wall across from my bed. I had envisioned doing a giant gallery wall on this because I've seen that all over YouTube. And it all centered around this paint by numbers piece I'd done in middle school. So I wanted to do more art for the wall as well. I had drawn these flowers in this orange and pink color scheme, and I definitely understand the appeal of adult coloring books now. And I love how rich these flowers turned out. Look at the colors. I also did some doodling, which actually didn't end up on the wall, but filled my creative cup. You'll see these flowers. They had inspired something else for a future video. But if you're not artistically capable, I also wanted to mention some other ways of getting art on your walls. So I have some pictures where I had used a drawing that I had made, but use it as a background or like a matting. And I also had a My Neighbor Totoro postcard book, so I took some pictures out of that and displayed them on my wall as well. But then I went back to drawing, of course. So I had done this little doodle in my sketchbook. I took a picture of it and then I used my iPad as like a light box to trace it onto the final paper. And I went back at it again with this beautiful pink pen. I got this for free from Michael's and I love it so much. It's very juicy. And I'm just going in and adding in all the details. This was very therapeutic again, just coloring in. Initially, I had envisioned this with a thinner dark green frame, but I couldn't find that, and I actually didn't have enough space on my wall to include it. So you'll see it on my little nightstand here as of now. And just a reminder, I haven't painted over the spackling as of now still. Finally, it's time to put things up on the wall, so I used some sketchbook paper and cut out the shapes for the pieces so that I can move them around and place them in different positions on the wall to see what I like the best. You can see these are all my materials here. And this is how the final layout turned out. So I labeled everything and I just used my eye to kind of place things around and change them out if I wanted to. This was my first time using command hooks and I'm definitely a fan. It's very easy to put on. I'm not sure how easy they are to take off, but hopefully they still are. I still ended up using nails for some of the more heavier pieces just to be sure. Command hooks I definitely recommend. I also got these little clear clips from Command as well, and these have a little bit of overhang. I was initially thinking of cutting that off or taping it up, but I didn't end up doing that. It doesn't look that bad. And here I ended up using a ruler in the end because I wanted to make sure these are even. And this is the final wall. I'm really excited about it and really happy. You can see all the different pieces that I had shown before, and I'm very excited for how this turned out. I also ended up putting a basket here, and hopefully I can get some flowers for that. But yeah, thanks for watching.